outstanding from their point of view has to be, Tim, that defence.
Yeah, I mean, all round, I think they're the most balanced squad in the division, I really do. Years ago, I mean, even last year, you would have said, lose Gabriel or Saliba, you're going to struggle. Mascara's come in, Ben White can't even get stripped at the moment. For me, he's a very good player. Calafiori's excellent, and Timber is the best fullback in the league, in my opinion. Like, he's so powerful and strong. And the goalkeeper, Raya, is probably amongst, the top 3 goalkeepers in the world. So, yeah, they've got everything. I mean, they're good going forward, but you know what? If they don't score goals and play free-flowing football and open teams up time and time again, score loads of goals, they make sure they don't concede. So it always gives you a chance to win the football match.
I think, if I become a manager one day, I think, when you've got players like this who, I mean, they celebrate blocks. Yeah. They celebrate tackles. And I think when you take pride in defending, for a manager, it must be a dream, honestly, because at the top end of the pitch, players like myself, you scored goals and you celebrate. It's the hardest thing to do in the game, but the best thing. At the same, you got 2 centre backs, Saliba, Gabriel, all these, Timber, all these players that they take so much pride in defending and keeping clean sheets. It's so important.
Yeah, him out. He's from the academy as well.
Yeah.
I mean, for an academy player to get in amongst that group, it's an incredible achievement.
Yeah, Lewis Kelly did feature in the Champions League, but Calafiori has been playing there, and you wonder why, and then you see what Calafiori brings to the side. Yeah. They bring goals as well, do the defenders.
Set pieces, yeah. I mean,
pieces, yeah.
People criticise them for scoring too many set pieces, or I don't understand it.
It's not illegal, you know that.
Yeah.
It's not illegal to score goals from set pieces, or from long throws, or from long balls forwards.
Come back in the game.
Do it by any means. Tottenham used. Arsenal. What did I say, Tottenham?
You did.
Hey, done on purpose. Come on, Tim.
Arsenal used to get criticised because they couldn't have the fight. Sometimes when Wenger was there, they used to have very technical players, like they used to tiki-taka, and it used to be excellent, fantastic. But they used to score the magnificent goals to win games. Now they can play poorly, and they can have one long throw. Gorka, I'm liking him as well. I mean, he's a physical presence up there. It's not silky as a player, not by any means, but he occupies defenders. And he for me, is a nuisance. I would hate to play against him.
Yeah, you would.
He's a nuisance because I'm not sure at times he knows what he's doing. And I have his biggest compliment, but he gets a ricochet the wrong side of you. He's powerful. He's like a ball. He just pulls you around. And like I say, he occupies the defence for the number 10s who want to come in line, especially that boy, Eze. What a signing Eze was.
Jermaine, you talked about them celebrating blocks. I'm not sure if you saw, but the way they celebrated Gyökeres's goals in the Champions League in midweek, it was the same. Probably also relieved because he has been getting a lot of criticism. What do you make of him as a striker?
I like him because I think when you watch him play, he does all the things you expect your number 9 to do. He stands in between the 2 centre-halves. He's dynamic. He runs in behind, gives you an outlet. He's strong. I think the goals are going to come. I think the goals are going to... Listen, there's a lot of pressure. I can't remember the last time that our number 9's had so much pressure on him. There was so much noise around Arsenal. If we get a number 9, we win the league. It's not as simple as that. The number 9, whoever you get, it's got to come and produce. And sometimes we've seen over the years, someone that's Didier Drogba, for example, when he became an iconic figure in the Premier League, but when he first came, he struggled. And there's been so many names that I can mention, top centre-forwards that have come to the Premier League, and in their first year, Thierry Henry, when Thierry first come, from Juventus, he was a winger. Then he played as a number 9. Naturally, he'll drift out to the left-hand side, but you speak to Thierry, he struggled for a bit, and all of a sudden, you get your rhythm, you get a few goals, you get confidence, and then you become a beast. And with this guy, he's got so much potential, but in this team, and with the squad there, at some point...
You like his character, Jay? He always puts himself on offer in between the width for the goals. He misses chances, but he's always
still there.
It
doesn't seem to affect him. It doesn't seem to affect... Even if it is, but he doesn't show it. He keeps going and that. And, he's got he's got that football personality, so that's important.
Yeah, well, speaking of French strikers, as you mentioned, in the Premier League, what about Jean-Philippe Mateta? Because he's going to be on the other side challenging this Arsenal defence this weekend. Here's an example of a player flourishing under a certain manager, isn't it?
Well, they will know all about him. And like we talk about Gyökeres, physical, a beast of a man, can hold the ball up, but he scores goals, this boy. His back's into people, he can bring others into play. But look at him, he knows where he needs to go to be to score that goal. And it looks like an easy chance, but he has to put himself in that position to be able to do it. But he scores different types of goals, Jay, doesn't he?
Yeah, just even that one there, you know, I remember Ian Wright said to me years ago when I was younger, he said, always be attracted to the goalkeeper. The ball goes wide, he's always in the right spot. He just seems confident at the minute, and I love that he tucks his shirt in. I think he's the only player that does it these days. But but there, I mean, he could have scored 4 in that game.
I was just going to say, that's probably, he scored a hat-trick, but he's probably disappointed with that.
Easiest chance in that, but I mean, he must be a nightmare to play against. You know, defenders would hate to play against him.
He takes the ball home there. He's missed a chance in like 94th minute there to win it. He probably, I don't know, I've never seen someone so disappointed to score a hat-trick. Perhaps when he took that ball home, he let it down, so it's flat. It's flat in his house now with the rest of it.
Yeah, kicking the corner flag, be now iconic celebration. Jean-Philippe Mateta, standout player. How do they deal with him? What makes him so dangerous?
Physical presence, goal scorer, smells instinctively where the chances are going to come from. I think they play, like I say, he occupies defenders as well. So you give him a hard time. You leave space for others. You know, Sarr has been a good player for him. You know, he's got the pace, you know, on the counter. I think they've got other options. I think they're going to find it difficult against Arsenal. But, like, they keep proving me wrong. Palace, I always think the wheels are coming off. They haven't had a good run of it recently. You know, it's been a couple of games. But even me saying, you know, a couple of games for Crystal Palace, that's normal in other years. Not this time. This Glasner side is a good side. They're well organised. I mean, they won a trophy last year. I mean, they do well to keep hold of the manager and an awful lot of their players. They're attracting interest from all over the Premier League, and that says everything. And no more so than that big man up front.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Crystal Palace, just in terms of their own standards right now, because of this team under Oliver Glasner, they are so impressive. They're
impressive. I think they're organised and hard to play against. They've got a way of playing and they stick to it. You know, that stadium was always rocking. You know, it's a hard place to go in that. But I think when you've got a team that's got a way of playing, and at the top end of the pitch you've got a goal scorer, you know, and you play for that person, you know, let's feed him and give him chances, because if we give him chances, he'll score goals. And Mateta, the confidence that he's playing with, and that's sort of like that presence and how dynamic he is, and not only that, you know, he always seems to be in the right place at the right time. And I don't think you can teach that. So, yeah, they're definitely a good team.
Interesting now with Oliver Glasner's contract situation. I think we're keeping a close eye on that because his stock has risen incredibly and he has not yet put pen to paper. Do you have a feeling he's waiting to see what happens with transfers?
Possibly. I mean, I think he's the main reason why Mark Gay never left in the summer. Now, whether they're going to be able to keep Mark Gay, I very much doubt, because he can leave in the summer on a free transfer, but you might as well take whatever the fee's going to be, 30, 40 million in January for him, depending on where Palace are in the league, obviously. Yeah, I mean, the likes of Wharton, Muniz, I think is a top draw player as well. He's developing talent, and a lot of interest coming from bigger clubs, but also his stock is very high at the moment. And I always say to managers, you need to strike while the iron's hot. And at the moment, I don't think his and Areola at Bournemouth stock can get any higher.